when you're doing, like, let's say relationship coaching, you invite both parties to come to at least I have before, invite both parties to come to the free session. How do you navigate that? Do you each let them, do you go through the entire script with each of them independently, but together on the phone, or?
Who initially comes to you? What kind of relationship coaching do you do? So you coach couples?
Well, my website and stuff, I say, I can either be just one person can transform the relationship, or you can both come together and work as a team. So I do either. Okay.
And when it's the couples, does one person actually reach out to set up the appointment?
Normally, yeah.
Yeah, and is that usually the man or the woman?
Historically, the women.
Yeah, so it's probably the woman. So the woman's probably driving it.
But if the relationship's bad enough, he is willing to be there as well.
Men have a higher threshold or a lower threshold? Higher threshold? Yeah. She's got to be threatening to leave for crying out loud before the guy's like, oh, yeah, I better go.
Or that's when they reach out.
What's that?
I said, or that's when they reach out.
Or that's when the guys reach out, yeah. Yeah, oh, everything's fine. They don't, guys don't even realize that women aren't happy until all of a sudden it's like, whoa, wait, what? Wait a second, hold on, what? Yeah, guys are dumb. Don't know if you realize that, ladies, but you're like, yeah, we know. We're all so amazing and simple, which confounds you. They have to be thinking more than that. No, we're not. Yeah. We don't have to be thinking. Dinner? Where do we go for dinner? I don't know. Let me think about it. That's about it. Yeah. Yeah, we're oddly simple. Okay. So I would actually, I don't know. You can do it separately and you can do it together.
They turn into really long sessions if you go through the entire script with each of them independently.
Well, then, if you do it independently, then I would not even have them on the same call.
Okay.
I would move one person all the way to sign up, but not actually, it'll be like, hey, you know what? Okay, now I'm going to, here's the scoop. So I'd probably do the woman first. That sounds bad. And then I'd do the man. Yeah, go both ways. Yeah. All right, so I'd probably have a free sessions at Cell with the woman, and then maybe see about just signing her up.
Okay.
And then, see how she feels. Then if she's like, well, are you going to work with my husband too? Then be like, well, you know what? I'm open to, I'll do a session with him and see if he would like to also get signed up. And if he ends up signing up as well, then it won't be twice as much. The fee, the investment will be just either a little bit more. We'll kind of see what level of involvement he wants to get in on it. But and then just maybe sign her up. Because honestly, my guess is it's mostly the women want to do it, and then they'll want to drag their husband with. Mm-hmm. And you can do that too. You could just sign her up and sign them both up and just work with them as couples too. But even if you do that, then I would have a one-on-one session with him to get his enrollment, even though maybe she's already said and they're paying. Mm-hmm. But I would do free sessions at Cell to get him clear about what he wants in the relationship, and he might just be like, well, I just want her to be happy. Okay. And then, and then the challenges and what happens, the sales process for free sessions at Cell goes like this. The heavens of what life could be like if you achieve all your goals, right? The hell of what it's like to suffer with all these challenges and not achieving your goals, right? Then we do a quick little turnaround. What would it be like if you could overcome all these challenges and flow freely towards your goals? Back to heaven. And the reason it goes that way is because we make decisions emotionally. All of our decisions are emotional. We use logic as a tool to help us realize what's going to maximize the emotional payoffs we're looking for. But we take them on this emotional roller coaster ride because these are all they have. I didn't make up Michelle's dreams, right? Those were the dreams she already had. I didn't make up her challenges. Those are the challenges she already had. That's the life she's living that life already, right? So I'm just helping her see with more clarity what she wants, helping her see with more clarity what's holding her back. And then I don't want to leave her kind of in that down space, so that's why we bring her back up. But also when we bring her back up, many times people can see more possibilities of, of their goals, because it's like a lot of times we only let ourselves dream so big. But now, with these challenges identified and imagining them being gone, sometimes people can dream bigger. But that is a sales process for everything. So if you want to sell via webinar, there's a little more refinement to it, but still same thing. Like instead of asking the questions, you might ask questions, but you might just paint pictures and talk about the things that you already know they want, and talk about the things you already know are challenges, and then have an opportunity to work together to help them make changes. That's the whole sales process. But we want to enroll him too, because we don't want him to be just dragged there. Even if he's dragged in, that's fine. But once he's in, I would probably do an initial session with him just to get his buy-in. But I might just try doing the session with the wife or the woman, because that seems to be the driver of the situation. And if they say, well, I need to talk to my husband, say, hey, I totally understand. I'd still try to see about signing her up, just like we did with Michelle.
Okay.
But if it doesn't work, if that doesn't work, say, what? Here's what I think is be better. Instead of you trying to explain how this is going to help with your husband, why don't we set up a session, another free session, and I'll have a session with your husband, and we'll see if we can get his buy-in, and then maybe I'll work with both of you guys.
And that's what kind of brought up the question at this time was, in that scenario, that might be one of the more legitimate times when they really do need
to buy. They do need to talk about it.
Right.
Well, so here's one of the things that I would always
do. Not that it's not legitimate the other time, but.
What's that?
Not that it's not legitimate if they're your life partner. There's
right.
those decisions need to.
Sure. But so here's the thing. Whenever there's two people that are making a decision, they're both involved, you ideally want to, let's say if I was going to be coaching Brad, or, he's going to be in the program with us or whatever, it would have been good to have him and do the intro session, maybe do the intro session with both of them at the same time. Yeah. And then give them some time to talk it over. But I would do is if I was on the phone, I would say, why don't you two put me on hold and you guys talk about it and see if this, which of these options feels like the best fit, or if there's, find out if there's any other questions that you guys maybe need to answer, need me to answer or whatever. And I'll just hang on here on hold and take as long as you want. I'm not in a rush. I've got plenty of email that I need to catch up on. And so let them put you on hold, let them talk, and let them still get back. But doing it during the call, much better.
Okay.
Than letting them talk and then wait a day or two, and then because they might be a yes immediately, and then they wait the next day, and then the more time that goes away, the more they're like, yeah, let's spend money on why don't we just go on a vacation? That'll solve all our problems. Right?
Awesome.